Square circles, can they exist or no?
No.
What's the difference between a square circle and the hypostatic union?
I mean, I don't think there's a problem with God being fully God and fully man.
Okay, and what's the problem with the shape being fully square and fully circle?
Well, it's not the same.
Wow, mashallah. Why is it not the same? Tell me.
Well, God has like a like a human nature and a divine nature.
Oh, okay. And a shape has a circle nature and a square nature. So what's the problem?
I mean, like there's a hadith saying that I can't fully. I don't, well, but I'm not the most equipped to debate on the hypostatic union.
You can't even explain the Trinity. Get out of here, man.
The way the guy revealed to me or to us, it was through Christ,
Reveals what? What does he reveal?
His word, his presence.
Oh, nice. That sounds so warm and cute and cuddly. How do you know that?
I don't know what this is my own experience,
Okay, so basically God reveals stuff to you, or like he speaks to you?
Through his word, yeah.
Oh, through his word. What's his word?
The Torah, the Tanakh.
The Torah and the Tanakh. Where in the Torah does it say that there will be a God who is a man as well?
No, I didn't say God is a man.
Okay, do you believe Jesus is God?
He's the Messiah.
No, but do you believe he's God?
Not Jesus.
Oh my God! Wow!
Okay, then why does John chapter 1 verse 1 say he's God then? You probably must be believing in the wrong religion then, right?
Yeah, in the beginning was the word.
And the word was what?
With God?
And the word was?
God.
Now, do you believe Jesus is God?
I believe Christ is God, not Jesus. Jesus was a human.
Okay, so Christ is God, not Jesus?
Not Jesus, yeah. Because you have to go to Luke, and Luke, he wrote his.
From my moral standpoint, I see Christianity to be a lot more moral than Islam.
Okay, and what's one of your biggest moral arguments against Islam? Tell me.
The marriage of Muhammad Aisha.
Oh my God, bro! Oh hell no, man! What the fuck, man? Oh hell no!
Have you read my name on the call? Have you read my name on the call? You know I don't like Aisha, so why are you mentioning her? And not just that, that thing is fake as hell, man. That's from Sunni books. I know why you're mentioning her. That's one of the most retarded, dumbest arguments for Christianity and Islam. Even though it's in your own Bible, okay, no problem. Even Tertullian, Origin, these lot affirming transformation, no problem, okay. And what's it called? So you believe this is real and your biggest moral argument against Islam, right?
I do have an Shia.
Okay, and hypothetically, if Christianity had the same problem, you would question your faith, right?
Yeah, but question the sources you got it from.
By the way, I'm looking at your name. Your name's Catholic Apex. You're Catholic, so I'm just double checking. You're Catholic, right?
I'd hold a lot of Catholic.
Oh, okay. And you're Catholic, so who are you to talk about child marriage? Who are you to talk about child marriage when Thomas Aquinas, your main guy who you follow, he literally says a female can marry at 12 years old. And not just that, your Catholic encyclopedia, they say Mary was 13 to 14 when she had Jesus with him. So, mashallah, your God, who you worship, who was born from Mary alayhi Islam, you believe she was 13 to 14. So the God that you worship came out from he was born from a 13 to 14-year-old woman. That's literally what you Catholics hold to. And in fact, not just that other scholars, they say Mary alayhi Islam billah married Joseph when Joseph was like 80 to 86, around 90. But bro, what the hell, man? You want to talk about child marriage, about Aisha, even though Aisha's in Jahannam for other reasons. You know I don't like Aisha. In fact, let me show you what Tertullian says, and I might show you, you know, from the Bible, comment, and even the commentaries, and then you could respond, you could talk. In fact, let me show you right now. Obedience to the law of nature, they may render their own rights to the different ages. For the females, they dispatch to the businesses from the age of 12 years. That's what Tertullian says. He affirms a female is ready for marriage at 12 years of age. Let me give you another one. Origen's commentary on Ezekiel 16, chapter 16, verse 5 to 8, homily 6. He says, and I came, in his commentary, he says, and I came to you and I saw you, and behold, it was your time and the time of lodges. Whereas the meaning of phrase, your time, it indicates the time of adolescence, at which now, because of their age, they're able to commit fornication. So even when you, some Christians, by the way, they use this to prove, oh, child marriage is not in the, like, it goes against child marriage, this verse. It doesn't, because Origen, one of your biggest early church fathers, he affirms that this verse from homily 6, like, he affirms children in this verse are able to commit fornication from their age. Okay, and I'll give you from the Bible now. 1 second. Don't think I'm just going to quote it without giving you the Hebrew and commentaries. I'm not like those retarded Sunnis. But anyway, let me show you. Okay, so you know Numbers 31:18. So I'm just going to give you the Hebrew. The Hebrew word hatap. You know, hatap is basically referring to little ones and, women, children. It refers to little ones, basically. Now, let me give you the commentary. Matthew Henry says in his commentary, he affirms the woman and the woman little children were kept as slaves, i.e. slaves for sexual intercourse. Okay, he says the woman and children were not kept for sinful purposes, but for slaves, a custom where everywhere practiced in former times as to captives. Okay, Matthew Pope, even in his commentary, he says the women children were either to sell them as slaves to others or to marry them, which basically is affirming child marriage. He says either to sell them as slaves to others or to use them as servants to yourselves or to marry them. Okay, now give me your response now. You're saying, oh, your biggest argument is in Islam is basically the fake marriage with Aisha and Prophet Muhammad where she was 9, okay, even though she was 19, and even though she's evil and in Jahannam for disobeying the Prophet and going against Imam Ali alayhi salam. Tell me, how do you respond to these things? Especially what Tertullian and Origen says. Tell me.
It's more in line with societal norms of the time.
Yeah, so you said you want to do Mark 10:18, but you're talking about Jesus not knowing the hour. So which one do you want to do first? So you're talking so much to me on comments, but you don't know which verse? Oh my god. No, listen. Okay, let me explain. Okay, then I'm gonna explain the two verses, and then you can go first. Okay, so Mark 10:18 is where Jesus basically says, basically why do you call me good? No one is good except God alone, which is the Father. And then John 17:3, no, not John 17:3. Sorry, Mark 13:32 and Matthew also say where Jesus didn't know the hour. That's what I'm talking about. So you can go first, and I'll address and refute your points after. So you can have 5 minutes. Go.
So from Mark 10:18, Jesus didn't specifically say that he is good. He's just acknowledging to the man. He's just saying that why you call him good, pretty much. He's not denying himself that he is not good, because it doesn't say he's denying himself, right? So it's just a challenge to the man. This is golden. This is gold.
You still have time. You can speak.
You can respond. I'll respond back.
Okay, cool. No, you could go. You can go first. Continue what you're saying, and then I'm gonna respond. All right? Go.
No, I'm done. I'll let you go.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a second. Let me get my stuff. Okay, so you're saying Jesus, because I know this argument all the time. Christians, they say like, oh, Jesus says he doesn't deny himself being. They just say, oh, Jesus is just calling. He's just saying, why do you call me good teacher? That's just false, man. Because if you read this thing I just showed you right now, the rich man who Jesus was speaking to, he understood Jesus by not calling him good teacher anymore, as basically now he calls him teacher. So, like, had he misunderstood what Jesus was trying to say, then, you know, Jesus would correct him and say that I'm good, but rather he didn't. So, it shows that Jesus didn't want to be called good teacher, as he's basically denying himself being God. And speaking of that, I want to show you one thing. Let me show you. This is the one. Perfect. Okay, so if Jesus wasn't like denying himself, if he was saying, oh, why'd you call me good teacher and stuff like that, then why does Matthew change the thing what Jesus is saying? He's saying, like, Matthew says, why do you ask me about what is good? Because obviously it's a problem, innit? Because Christians, like, because it's a problem in the Bible for Christians to understand. Even Christians have said, like, Christian scholars have said, like, this is a problem, Mark 10:18. Because they interpretate, like the Christians today, they interpretate what Jesus is saying relating to this verse. You see what I'm saying? And I'll give you another one as well. I'm going to give you more. Let me give you Irenaeus. Boom. Irenaeus, by the way, I don't want you to say anything because you were saying on the other group chat. Irenaeus, he's the student of Polycarp, who's the student of the author of the Gospel of John, okay? I'll repeat again. Irenaeus was the student of Polycarp, and Polycarp was the student of the author of the Gospel of John, okay? And if we go here, and yes, so basically, Irenaeus, when he quotes this verse, sorry for my voice. When he quotes this verse, he calls when he quotes Mark 10:18, he basically interprets Mark 10:18 by saying, like he only calls like the Father the only God alone in heaven. Why do you call me good? There is one who is good, the Father in the heavens. Okay? And what else? Justin Martyr as well. Justin Martyr also says, and let me show you. Here you go, boom. Justin Martyr says, why do you call me good? One is good, my Father who is in heaven. You see? So the Christian, like the early church fathers, around the time of Nicaea, they interpretate Mark 10:18 differently compared to what is today. And if it wasn't a problem, why does Matthew interpret it by saying, why do you ask me about what is good? You see what I'm saying? And also, not just that, even Hippolytus as well. Hippolytus of Rome, he calls the Father the only God alone in heaven. You see? So it's a problem for you Christians. It's basically proving that Jesus denied himself being God. And I'll give you two more church fathers later on. But I've shown you Irenaeus. Irenaeus was the student of Polycarp, and Polycarp is the student of the author of the Gospel of John. So you have to answer this and address this. Because Irenaeus, he was around the time of Nicaea as well. So if someone is the student of the author of the Gospel of John, why are they interpreting Mark 10:18 differently compared to how Christians are doing today? You know what I'm saying? So that's my argument and conclusion. So anyways, you can go now.
Well, I don't think that Jesus is denying his divinity of him being, fully God, fully human, because throughout all scriptures, he confirms that he has two divine natures, right? You got, of course, John 1:1. God word became flesh.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man. I don't think you have the facilities for that, big man.
And by the way, the thing from John 1, again, you're not responding to my stuff, but I'll still help you out. John 1, I showed you yesterday, by the way. Let me show you again. When Origin quotes John 1, when he quotes this, he's like around the time of Nicaea. He says that the Son is subordinate to the Father. So it doesn't really prove much. And I'll give you another one as well. I'll give you Origin, who refuted your stuff on John 1. I'll give you him again, and Tertullian as well. So Origin, again, relating to this verse, he refers to the Father being God alone, relating to Mark 10:18. And Tertullian, again, he's the one who came up with the term of the Trinity. And I showed you yesterday when he called Jesus the angel of the Lord. When you were saying, oh, this guy, you really believe Jesus is the angel of the Lord, when I proved to you Jesus worshipped the Baals according to your own Bible. But anyways, Tertullian affirms that Mark 10:18 refers to the Father being the only God. Okay? Now, undoubtedly, he is the good God who sends rain on the just and on the unjust and makes his sun to rise on the evil and on the good. Matthew 5:4-5. So he basically, and he's even saying because he's the only God, okay? Who is the only good because he's the only God. That literally goes against your doctrine of the Trinity. So, again, it's not because, oh, Jesus is saying, oh, why do you call me good teacher and stuff like that. It's because the Father is the only God according to Jesus. And even Christian scholars, by the way, they even say this is the problem. And do you know Testify, by the way? Testify, the guy who, the Christian, Jail Islamaphobe Christian, who was trying to make response stuff to Muslims on Mark 10:18. He uses this guy called Simon J. Gathakol. He admits that there's interpretations of, the interpretations of Mark 10:18, they have issues.
Boom, bam, bop, bada bop, boom, pow.